On November 1, 2007, in Perugia, Italy, a quiet hilltop town known for its medieval charm and student life, tragedy struck. A young British student named Meredith Kercher was murdered in the apartment she shared with Amanda Knox, an American exchange student. The case that followed would capture worldwide attention. Meredith Kercher, 21 years old, had come from the United Kingdom to study abroad. She was kind, bright, and grounded. Amanda Knox, 20, had just arrived from Seattle, full of energy and excitement for her studies at the University for Foreigners. They lived together in a small cottage with 2 Italian roommates. On the night of November 1st, Meredith stayed home while Amanda spent the evening at her boyfriend Raffaele Sollecito's apartment. The next morning, Amanda returned to the cottage and immediately sensed something was wrong. The front door was slightly open. Drops of blood were in the bathroom. Meredith's bedroom door was locked, but she gave no answer. Police were called. When the door was forced open, they discovered Meredith's body. She had been attacked, her throat slashed, her room in disarray. The scene showed signs of a violent struggle and sexual assault. At first, investigators believed it was a burglary gone wrong. A broken window and disturbed drawers seemed to suggest a break-in. But doubts quickly grew, and suspicion turned toward Amanda Knox and her boyfriend Raffaele Sollecito. Both were brought in for questioning. They were interrogated for hours, without legal counsel or proper interpretation. Under pressure, Amanda's account shifted. At one point, she even accused her employer, Patrick Lumumba, of being involved. He was later proven innocent. Soon, another suspect emerged, Rudy, Guede, a man with a history of burglary. His DNA and fingerprints were found throughout the crime scene. Yet, despite this, Amanda and Raffaele remained at the center of the investigation. As the case unfolded, the media frenzy intensified. Amanda became the focus of sensational headlines. Italian tabloids portrayed her as cold and manipulative, while American outlets painted her as an innocent young woman trapped in a nightmare. Every gesture, every word, every glance was magnified and interpreted. In 2009, the trial began. Prosecutors argued that Meredith's murder was the result of a twisted sex game involving Amanda, Raffaele, and Rudy Guede. They presented a kitchen knife taken from Raffaele's apartment as the supposed murder weapon, along with Amanda's inconsistent statements. But the forensic evidence was weak, and the timeline uncertain. Despite this, Amanda and Raffaele were convicted. Amanda received a 26-year sentence, Raffaele 25. Both were sent to prison. In 2011, after nearly 4 years behind bars, their convictions were overturned on appeal. They were acquitted and freed. But the legal battle didn't end there. In 2014, Italy's High Court reinstated the convictions, reigniting the nightmare. Finally, in 2015, the Supreme Court of Italy cleared them once and for all, citing grave errors in the investigation and unreliable evidence. Rudy Guede, whose DNA was undeniably tied to the crime, was convicted and sentenced for Meredith's murder. He served part of his term before being released. The case left lasting scars. Meredith Kercher's family was left grieving a life cut short. Amanda Knox endured years in prison, intense public scrutiny, and the lasting shadow of being labeled a killer. Today, she speaks out about wrongful convictions, the power of the media, and the dangers of assumptions that can derail justice. The murder of Meredith Kercher remains one of the most haunting crimes of modern times. The case of Amanda Knox stands as a reminder of how fragile truth can become when tangled in the forces of media, culture, and flawed investigation. If this case kept you on edge, hit like, subscribe button and let me know which story I should cover next.